really hot here.
And I'm not cold.
It's really hot. I said it's so hot in here. Okay, we're green.
We'll call the meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want to welcome everyone to the school board meeting this evening. Also remind everyone that we are live streaming the meeting, so we'll welcome those who are attending via the World Wide Web. So to start out, we'll entertain a motion to approve consent agenda items. I have a motion by Earl. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Pat. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. Next, we'll ask if there's anyone present who would like to speak to any item that is on the agenda or any other topic. Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to old business. And we have some Neola policies.
Yes, asking for approval of the second reading of these two Neola policies. They combine some other policies into one.
Okay. Entertain a motion to approve those Neola policies.
So moved.
I have a motion by Mary Lynn. Do I have a second? Second. Second by Cheryl. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. Next, we'll move down to programs. We have an input.
Yes, this is summer school, just an update on our summer school from last summer. We were able to provide 2 different opportunities for our students using summer school grant funds. The first one was our traditional high school summer school where students getting their credit back. We had 38 students and they were able to earn 70 credits. One thing I did notice going through it, we're decreasing the number of students who need to earn credits because of what we're doing during the school year. They use an Edgenuity program, and it has teachers and parapros that help with them. The second one was our 3rd grade students who didn't pass iRead. They attended 9 days of summer school and then retested. Around half the students passed during the second time. This year was strongly suggested and encouraged to do it with 3rd grade. Next summer, because of Student Enrolled Act 1, we are required to provide it for 2nd graders who are at risk and 3rd graders who did not pass. So summer school will look a little different for elementary next year.
Okay. That item wasn't informed. Does anyone have questions for Carrie? Hearing none, we'll go down under property. We have an update.
Yes, we are very close. We are down to 3 doors, 3 interior doors, 1 exterior door, and the location of a fan on the paint booth. Everything else is complete. They're working on small punch list type items is all that's left. And they actually got the hood system and everything online today. That all is working good, the suppression system there in case there was a flame up or something. And then that will be finalized tomorrow when the fire marshal comes and checks all that out. So we are very, very close.
So that was an update on the Jennings County High School CTE project. So changes within the building. So super exciting that the progress that's been made there. We have had the opportunity to take a look at some of that space, and it's great. It's really nice looking space. So look forward to inviting the public to attend an open house to see the space as well. So more information to come on. Next, we'll go down under new business. We have a first reading for a Neola policy.
So we have a Neola policy to update for attendance. The state law changed with attendance, and so updating our policy to match. So this is a first reading. Please reach out if you have any questions.
Okay. Next, we have JAG program presentation.
Yes, we're excited this evening to have Crystal Bealey and Kendall Bealey with us to present and talk to us about our JAG program, and I believe some students as well, it looks like. So I think we're prepared if you're ready.
Yes.
Thanks, Crystal.
Where do you stand?
Usually right about there is where people kind of stand and share.
Where's the
It's the presentation.
presentation? So I just give you the. All right. So Jobs for America's Graduates is a high school-based program that was started in 1979 with in 1980, it expanded nationally, and then in 2006, Indiana launched their first program. And then by 2013, we had one here at Jennings County. The very first one in the region we launched at Madison and Seymour, and those were in 2012, just the year prior. So right now, there's some across 38 states, including the Virgin Islands, if you want to go to the next slide. That is where JAG is right now. Some of the states run it through different state agencies. We run ours through the Department of Workforce Development. Some run it through nonprofit organizations or FSSA departments, Department of Education. Kansas runs theirs through the Department of Education. And some are through community-based organizations. But ours comes down through Department of Workforce Development, funded by state and federal grants. So we use FSSA dollars, PREETS funding, TANF funding tied to family and healthy relationships, as well as the governor's discretionary budget. So, and then there are several model applications right now. Jennings County High School is only utilizing the multi-year program, but there are middle school programs, there are alternative education programs, and I'm trying really hard to get myself a post-secondary success program. So we've been working with the campuses in Lawrenceburg and the one at IUPUC to try to launch something there at Airport campus to be able to have a JAG program at the college level as well. So next. I'm not going to read a course description, but the course codes that we use for JAG are 0522 and 0509. They are a little similar to career exploration courses. In JAG, you're learning career readiness, you are learning about your local labor market, and you're running a lot of projects out of something called the Career Association. That Career Association kind of mimics FFA and its leadership structure, and the students do leadership, community service, a variety of projects through which they learn their curriculum, but are also accomplishing things within their local community and being a part of that local community. In order to qualify for JAG, you have to have 6 barriers to success, and those barriers to success can be anything. They can be academic barriers, they can be social barriers, they can be work or life barriers. Self-esteem, you can see, is on these are the top 6 barriers that students in Jennings County were facing this year. So economic disadvantage, that's anyone that's on the free and reduced lunch list. First generation college bound, that's obvious. Fear of public speaking and low self-esteem, those are often self-identified. Those are things that can be a barrier when you're transitioning into the workforce or even in academics where you can struggle to transition into post-secondary school. No extracurriculars. A lot of times when you're not tied to your school, when you don't have that extra thing that you're a part of, you see a decline in attendance and they're not as involved in their school environment. So JAG, we work to create kind of that extracurricular environment for the students. And then of course the lack of transportation. That would be any student that requires a bus to get to and from school or work. We have service targets in JAG, so I kind of shortened them. So field trip guest speaker, about 20% of our time is spent on employer engagement. So we're spending time with local employers, post-secondary institutes, things like that. They came in at around 16% last program year. Community service time, we shoot for about 10%. The students at Jennings County High School spent 24% of their time on community service projects. And when I introduce them in a second, they'll talk a little bit about what they're going to be busy doing this year. And Career Association, that is that club piece, that club aspect. And so they've spent about 16% of their time on that, target around 30%. Employability skills, 32% of their time was spent on that, so they've hit their target there. And then academic remediation, one of the first metrics in JAG is to keep them on target and to get them to graduate. And so we spend a lot of time doing grade checks, a lot of time learning to manage all the things that you have to manage in high school, between your athletics or your extracurriculars, your academics, your jobs, your things, so that they can be successful and meet those timelines in high school and end up graduating. And then the last piece of our model that's on the bottom there, we are We set a goal of serving average 130 contact hours with students annually. So Jennings County JAG students got 129. So kudos to Kendra for putting that time in with the students. Next slide. These are two separate sets of outcomes, two separate cohorts. So the one on the left, the 6 of 6 metrics, those are your follow-up outcomes. So 1 year after a student graduates is where these come from. So these students, these percentages, those students would have graduated in 2023, spring of 2023. So that graduation rate was 94%. We are graded on this set of metrics in the following May. So they want to see in the following May, how many of them are working. Of those that are working, how many of those are in full-time jobs? Or how many of those are in full-time outcomes? Full-time outcomes means that you have students maybe working part-time and going to school part-time. Further education rate and connection rate. So Kendra and these students, they were able to work together and meet all 6 of those. And as you can see, they exceeded all 6 of those. So the graduation rate of 90%, they were at 90. The goal of 90%, they were at 94. Job placement rate is 60%. They were at 94. Of those employed, 100% of them were in full-time jobs. 100% of them were in full-time outcomes, and 42%, we shoot for 35% in post-secondary, and they're at 42%. And then the connection rate, that connection rate piece is every month we have to have at least 92% connection rate, meaning we reach out and we've had conversation, we've connected with 92% of those students, and she had 100% connection rate with those students throughout the whole year. So the non-senior outcomes, the non-senior outcomes on the right side there, those are the students that fall into the active cohort. So they're the ones sitting in the classroom with her every day. This is what we're trying to achieve in the in-school space while we're working with them when they're in school. We want to see that they're being promoted to the next grade level, that their attendance is improving, their academics are improving, so that can be their recovering credits, their GPA is going up, those types of things. They're catching up with their class or cohort. Barriers that they started with, we want to see those coming off. So 59% of her students had at least one barrier removed last program year, and then we also want to see that reduction in disciplinary referrals. Next slide. Some of the things that I want to highlight are, we went over them meeting the 6 of 6 competency goals, but 5 students / JAG students earned a full ride scholarship last year. We track the dollar amount of scholarships that we work with our seniors to earn, and Jennings County High School students that were in JAG earned $271,000 in scholarships. 2 students found their career path into the Marines, and all of their community service projects combined, they were able to contribute 31 hours of working with their local community. So we were pretty proud of that. Now I'm going to introduce Kendra and Jeremiah and Sarah. Jeremiah is this year's JAG president, and Sarah is this year's JAG vice president.
It was flip-flopped, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Do you want us to stand up, or can we just sit here? They might be more comfortable sitting, or we just Okay. I am Kendra. I'm the specialist, so Crystal pretty much told you everything that I do every day with these kids, but I want to give them an opportunity to speak to you guys as well.
You want to go first, me? I'm Jeremiah. I'm the vice president of JAG this year. Like she touched on, I was a student that never really talked at all, and JAG really helped me push me out of my comfort zone. I talked to her barely any at all last year, and now I'm stepping into the shoes of vice president, pushing myself out of there. Trying to make myself more comfortable with public speaking, especially, and it's just helping me remove those barriers, and it's definitely helped me look for those job opportunities and shown me what careers I have interest in and what ones I would like to pursue.
I'm Sarah. I'm the president for JAG, and
I joined JAG last year, and again, I was the quiet kid who didn't really talk, didn't want to do anything, just didn't really volunteer. But this year I have volunteered for a lot more things, and I never felt the need to come to school, I never felt the importance. But when I got closer to Miss Bealey, you always have that favorite coworker or teacher, and she happened to be mine this last year. And I've been able to find what career path I want to go into, because last year I was absolutely clueless. So finding my career path has really helped me, and like applying for colleges like this upcoming week has really helped me motivational wise, and like being insecure as I was last year, it just has really boosted me as a person. So I mean, being part of JAG has really helped, and I would really like I would want someone else to do it. Like I want other people to do it because it really helps.
What amazing testimonials. That's wonderful. Well, thank you. We appreciate you coming and sharing with us about the JAG program, and the history was also very interesting. I'm hoping that those that watch the recording get more information and maybe inspired to do it as well as they go through school.
Thank you all very much for coming tonight and sharing your stories. I think all of us want to support you in the work you do. If you ever need a guest speaker, there's several people right here that I am 100% sure would volunteer their time to support the work that you all do. So just reach out if there's anything that we can do to help. And again, thank you for inspiring our kids. So very good.
Thank you.
So next we'll move down under professional staff. It looks like we have a resolution.
Yes, I'm asking the board to approve a resolution to allow superintendent of schools to authorize pay supplemental base salary payments to teachers on the specified document that you have in your pack. These are teachers that have changed lanes from an education standpoint, and also partial of years standpoint too. So moved.
Okay, I have a motion by Travis. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Earl. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. Next we have on the agenda permission to post.
Asking for permission to post, please, the high school instructor position for high school student credit recovery for the 24-25 school year.
Entertain a motion to approve that posting. So moved. A motion by Mary Lynn. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Cheryl. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. Next we'll move down under support staff. We have some recommendations.
Yes, asking for approval, please, for the following recommendations. Dawn Cockrell as the Jennings County Middle School 7th grade girls assistant basketball coach. Peyton Gerken as the Jennings County High School assistant wrestling coach. Daryl Hicks, Jennings County High School assistant wrestling coach. Allison Johnson, Jennings County School Corporation van driver. Stephanie Ketchum, Jennings County School Corporation business office payroll officer. Dakota Redmond as School Corporation floating bus driver, and Christina Trejo as the Jennings County High School custodian for second shift.
I entertain a motion to approve those recommendations as read.
So moved.
I have a motion by Pat. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Travis. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0.
And Amy, if you'd allow me, we are able to congratulate and welcome the newest business office member, and that would be Stephanie Ketchum. She's here tonight, so I would love to be able to have her come up if we could congratulate her.
We'd love to have her come up so we can congratulate her.
Stephanie, you can start on this side with Mr. Ebinger if you wouldn't mind. Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you. I was telling you when Lori seen that, she got her up against her, we don't want to lose.
Oh, I'm glad you did it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We're so glad to have you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So moving down under finances, it looks as next on the agenda, we have some donations to approve.
Yes, asking the board to approve the following donations. Zach Randall, $140, donation to the Brush Creek Student Attendance Ward Party. The following are all Hope Food Program donations: Ebbing Auto Parts, $500, Graham Baptist Church, $675, New Bethel Methodist Church, $225, and NBIC for $225. And lastly, these following donations are for the Hurley Hooligans at the high school: Harmon Construction, $1,000, Madison Harsh, $500, and Why Not Yogurt, $250.
I'll entertain a motion to approve those donations as read.
So moved.
I have a motion by Cheryl. Do I have a second? Second by Mary Lynn. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. Next, we have an inform 2024 general obligation bond.
As we've discussed, we're proposing a general obligation bond that would be debt neutral. The notice of this will be in our local newspaper tomorrow, and we are having a hearing at our next regular meeting. The purpose of this bond is for long-term maintenance projects throughout the corporation and some safety upgrades. So again, this would be a tax-neutral bond that would allow us to our first priority is to update all of our secure entrances in our schools and enhance those. And it would be every building across the corporation. And then some other safety upgrades such as safety film in some areas, upgraded camera systems, things of that nature. So the first purpose of the bond, $3.5 million total bond, would be towards safety. And when all those safety goals are met, then we have a prioritized list of long-term maintenance needs such as roofing, generators, pool maintenance, things of that nature that would come next. So we'll have the hearing for that at our next regular meeting, but asking for approval of that in the future.
Okay. So again, as Nikki said, this is an inform. We'll expect the hearing at the next school board meeting. So next, we have another inform, and that's the 2025.
No, I don't think these three need to be on there.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
that's all right.
Because these were really covered in the hearing.
Yes.
So 3, 4, and 5 are not needed.
Okay, so for those who are not in the room and maybe didn't jump on to the public hearing for the 2025 school budget, the three items, the budget, third presentation, the capital project plan, and then the bus replacement plan that was done in the public hearing prior to this board meeting. So we'll bypass those on the agenda. So next we'll move down under property. We have a 2025 roof proposal.
Yes, as we do every fall, we are trying to, want to inform you about the roof upkeep. We pretty much, if we don't do a roof repair or roof replacement once a year, we'll get really buried at some point and not be in a really bad position to be able to do that. So we're proposing that Martin Riley give us do the proposal for the roof facilities. The facility that will be taken care of is one section of the Sand Creek School. There's four pods for people that know that school. This will be the first pod that's in the worst condition of the 4 that are out there. And I'll bring that to you back next meeting for approval.
Okay, so again, this is an inform for the roof proposal for 2025 from Martin Riley. So next on the agenda, down under operations, another inform for bus routes.
Yes, this is the Indiana Department of Education recommends that you do an annual review of your bus routes and your safety policies. And I just wanted to inform you that this was completed on August 31st of this year. And the top items, when you look at their policies and their safety items, the top items are your pickup points safe, wherever you're picking kids up, are those safe? Secondly, is the pickup area in a good proximity to the group of kids that's there? So not only is it safe, but is it close to where they're all walking roughly the similar distance? Third is there good visibility at that stop? And fourth, ensure that no student has to cross a federal or state highway. And the fifth one, ensure that the amount of time a student's on the bus from pickup to the school stays within a certain amount. There's not exactly a time maximum in that, but are you positioning your routes to where that's taken into effect? And the reason why this changes and has to be reviewed every year, where our students live just changes every year. It changes, so we have to constantly look at that. And we just wanted to inform you that we've completed that step, and we believe we're in the safest, cleanest way where we're picking up kids right now.
Appreciate the work that goes into that. I know that's a continuously changing target. Like you said, kids moving and also road construction, right, always impacts that. So appreciate that update. Next, we have a school bus contract change.
Yes, I'm asking the board for approval to change the contracted route 605 for the remainder of the 24-25 school year through the end of the contract, which is going to be 2027.
So moved.
I have a motion by Travis. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Pat. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. And it looks like we're down under other.
We don't have any other.
All right, hearing nothing else, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Have a motion by Pat. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Earl. All those in favor? 7-0. Meeting adjourned.